Hey guys, welcome back. I'm in a pharmacy right now, I guess. What else? I haven't been eating much for the past few days. I don't trust the kinds of food they sell at pharmacies, like, chips. Well, I guess that's really it. But, yeah, the government puts microchips in them, so I don't eat them. I mean, that's why they're called chips. I don't eat those, and they don't really have much else. I mean, they have like milk, but I've been drinking some of that, but mostly what I've been eating is the over-the-counter medication. It's mostly depressants. I'm coming off of them now. I've been asleep for the past few days. I'm surprised nobody found me. But when I woke up, it was Wednesday, and the One Piece chapter's been out for a while. I've realized I'm late, so why don't we talk about it? I'll try and keep this brief because honestly, I'm surprised that no one has even come to check in this broom closet for the past few days. So I don't know how much time I have, but I do have time to record one of these. So Raid Will Fail, episode 11. Here we go. First of all, we have Bonnie, she and Luffy and a couple of others washed up on Egghead Island. If you're keeping track on your Raid Will Fail brand corkboards, put a pin on that, because I'm gonna come back to it. But for now, we got Egghead Island, which is supposed to be like something like 500 years into the future because of Vegapunk. And Vegapunk was revealed this chapter. And so I'm gonna prove to you right now that Vegapunk is working for Kaido. So first of all, Vegapunk created the Seraphim, and the Seraphim, like, Oda's trying to hide it, but they're pretty obviously based on the Lunarians. So who is the one other Lunarian that we know? That's right, it's King, who works for Kaido. And you know what else? Queen was in this scientist project called Mads, and Queen also works for Kaido. And so that means that Mads works for Kaido. And who else is part of Mads? That's right, it's Vegapunk. Vegapunk is part of Mads. So now we have not one but two connections to Kaido. Put that on your corkboards. This is so obvious now. I have two main pieces of evidence. That's so much more than I usually have. You gotta believe me this time. So anyway, we got that conclusive proof out of the way. No one can deny it. But anyway, so we got Vegapunk working for Kaido. And now that we have that, we can establish that this is not the first Vegapunk. This is not the original Vegapunk. You'll notice that on her shirt it says O2. That's because this is not the original Vegapunk. Now think about this. The island is said to be 500 years into the future. How can you do that? How can one person put an island all the way into the future like that? One person can't do that. So what happened is, and I am willing to stake my livelihood on this, I will eat 10 more bottles of whatever I just ate over the past few days if this doesn't happen. But what I think happened is, and what definitely happened is, Vegapunk cloned himself multiple times. So now Egghead Island is just entirely populated by clones of Vegapunk. And we know that Vegapunk can clone people because the Seraphim. So why wouldn't he do that to himself? He can be immortal that way, and you can have an unstoppable army. And let's be honest, if all of these Vegapunks, with all this advanced technology, are all working for Kaido, no one can beat them. And then there's one more reason that they can't beat them, and you remember when I said to put a pin in Bonnie? I hope you did that, because we're going back now, and if you didn't, you're gonna be very confused. So what's gonna happen is, that Luffy and Bonnie both like food, alright? Now, where's Kaido been for the past couple weeks? Kaido's been burning in lava. So when he comes out, he's gonna smell like burnt meat, like freshly cooked meat, and he will come out. I mean, Vegapunk's working for him. Vegapunk can bring people back from the dead for all we know. He's basically a magician. But, yeah, so we're gonna get, Kaido's gonna come out. He's gonna smell like fresh meat, and then Luffy and Bonnie are both gonna be like, heck yes, meat. And they're both gonna run after him, but you know the thing that the Three Stooges do? Where, like, the three of them all get caught in the door because they're all trying to get in at the same time? Well, that's gonna happen. And so they will have to watch in horror as all of Onigashima, which will come back as well, it will fall on top of Egghead Island. It's actually, it will crack the egg, revealing a second Onigashima. I don't want to go into that now. It involves a lot of things. I mean, there's sand involved. I'm pretty sure Blue's Clues is also involved somehow. I mean, it lied to me before, it'll lie to me again. But anyway, so it's gonna come back down, and that Luffy and Bonnie will have to watch in horror as it is destroyed by Kaido because they're stuck in the doorway. So yeah, that's basically it. That's how part 1 of the raid is going to fail. Once it happens, I'll get into how, it'll succeed in the second phase. But, yeah, that's all I have this week. One Piece is on break next week, but, yeah, that's basically it. Like and subscribe. There's a link down below to my Raid Will Fail brand corkboards. And, yeah, I'll see you next time.